A while back, I reviewed the Sigma 40mm f1.4 DG HSM art lens on our Sony Alpha 7R4. Today, one of its cousins, the Sigma 35mm f1.2 DG DN art lens. Before Raymond and I ever used Sigma prime lenses, we, as many of you do, loved working with prime lenses. Sigma art lenses, particularly the primes, in my opinion, take things to the next level. First, Sigma lenses like this are not your grandma's prime lenses. By that, I mean they're big. This is not a compact setup because Sigma art primes are lenses made for the ultimate in image quality, period. They're not engineering compactness into this, which would certainly compromise quality. And don't get me wrong, small, compact prime lenses have their place in this world. In fact, Sigma has several of those that I have tried from their contemporary line of lenses. But a very wide aperture, super high quality, 35mm focal length lens with the necessary size and weight to achieve that is a wonderful thing.
Quick commercial break. I am working on a course all about landscape photography where you learn about gear, settings, creativity, editing, and more. If you are interested in seeing my long-form courses, there is a link in the description to learn more about channel membership, or if you are already a member, there is a link to find this course. Members do see my courses as well as receiving many other benefits. If it weren't for those members, I wouldn't be able to make videos like the one you're watching right now. Speaking of which, back to the video.
This lens was designed ground up for mirrorless cameras. In fact, as of right now, it is available in exactly two mirrorless mounts, Sony E mount and Leica L mount, which makes this lens useful on L mount alliance bodies like the Panasonic full frame cameras, the Sigma FP, and of course, Leica cameras like the SL2. Inside this lens, there are 17 optical elements in 12 groups. These are not only to deliver the images, but to correct for aberrations inherent to more simple lens designs. On the outside is the simple, bold industrial design, which is very much in style today and really always does seem to be in style. There is an aperture ring, which makes me very happy, and a switch to select whether or not you want defined clicks when adjusting aperture. To round out some of the specifications, the filter diameter is 82mm, which we're seeing more and more often versus the previously ubiquitous 77mm for professional lenses. The minimum focusing distance is 30 centimeters, which allows you to get pretty close to your subject. And when combined with the f1.2 aperture, you can create a very shallow depth of field. All that is good, but if you are considering this lens, you are likely looking at it for two reasons: the super excellent f1.2 aperture and the super excellent image quality. F1.2 means that when conditions are ideal for this focal length and a potentially shallow depth of field, like you saw in my photo a moment ago, you can be leaning less on ISO increases and more on the lens's ability to gather light. Although recent cameras are changing the game on high ISO noise, to me, you're always better off starting with the most light possible. And with Sigma art lenses being so clear when shot wide open, you don't have to worry about a degradation of image quality. Also, the f1.2 aperture means that there are more situations where you can get better bokeh or quality out of focus highlights at the 35mm focal length. In short, if you can get your subject fairly close to you and your background far away, f1.2 is going to be very rewarding for you for depth of field effects. While I wouldn't necessarily consider 35mm to be a portrait lens, it is a very versatile focal length for many situations, including the occasional portrait. Many of our lenses that have come through the studio have been 35mm or equivalent focal length, And fixed lens cameras like our Fujifilm X100V sometimes lean on the 35mm focal length as their standard. For us, 35mm means that you're ready for a variety of things that may come your way, and with f1.2 available on this lens, you can add day or night to that assertion. And of course, there's the stellar image quality of Sigma's art line of lenses. Yes, there are a variety of 35mm prime lenses out there that open up to wide apertures and are smaller in size. There are many zoom lenses that include 35mm in the range. In fact, here's my Sony 24 to 70mm f2.8 G Master lens. The differences between this lens and anything else that you're looking at will only be noticed by those of you out there that are the pickiest. You will accept nothing but the best in terms of optical quality, and you want all of the aperture options. I've placed some links down in the description of this video for more information about this lens, including an Amazon link. That will get you current pricing and availability in your area. And if you have some older prime lenses and are maybe wanting to up your game with something like this, we are not only Amazon affiliates, but we work with KEH as well, which is our own preferred way to rehome some of that old gear so that we have the bucks for newer gear like this lens. While you are headed down to check out those links and to maybe drop me a line in the comments, maybe let me know what your favorite 35mm lens is. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to Sigma for allowing me to borrow this lens. Thanks for making me want another lens. And thank you for watching.